Welcome everyone to my Draft Day Sports Pro Football 2024 suggestion video. Last year I released the video for the 2023 version just a few days before beta testing started, and I knew that I might be too late with my suggestions. So this year I tried to get a jump start, and maybe, just maybe, my trading system for the draft gets implemented to at least some degree. I actually built a prototype to make my suggestion more visual and easy to understand. I also don't want to get through 10 ideas like I did the last time, since most ideas for the 2023 version are still ready to be implemented for future versions. But back to draft trading. This is my main suggestion I also had for previous versions. I understand that this might be hard to implement and not really relevant for online leagues, but as a single player, this needs to happen. And that's why I tried to build a prototype for this, just to offer an imagination of how it could look like. The situation. Trading up and down in drafts should be way easier and more realistic. In reality, in-draft trades happen all the time and make the draft so unpredictable. For example, the Giants don't need a QB here according to their needs. There is one really promising one on the board that many teams would be willing to trade up for. But the Giants don't want to trade first overall since there is an outstanding tackle on the board. I mean, totally fair, so nothing happens, they make the pick and we move on. Now the Bears are on the clock, don't want to draft a QB, and no other player is high on their board, so they are interested in trading down. As a result, this new button appears. Now it's not possible to make trades outside of the draft, otherwise the whole system would not make sense anymore. If you want the pick, you need to do it through the button that indicates that the team is willing to trade down. In this case, let's pretend that we are the Jets. If you're lucky, there is not much interest from other teams and you can trade up rather cheap. But since here there's high interest in the very talented quarterback you just saw, many teams are interested. The system could work similar to free agency evaluations. Valuation might not only be based on picks or players, but might also factor in whether you are a division or conference rival and therefore value similar offers from an AFC team here, for example, higher. Might be an idea, but back to the process. You make an initial offer and click on submit. By the way, I'm not a UX UI designer, so please ignore the details of this design. It's just to give you an imagination and a rough idea of how it might be implemented. After submitting the offer, a ranking appears on where your offer is ranked. You can offer more or less as a result, and after 3 times, the team either accepts the top-rated offer or decides to keep the pick either way. So we as the Jets were able to trade for the pick, and now I am the GOAT. Quarterback is the selection here for the Jets. They traded up for an 88 overall quarterback. So that was possible through in-draft trading. Let's move forward with the draft and pretend that we are the Chiefs and now on the clock. The button also appears for your picks, independent of whether you are interested in trading down or not. If there are no interested teams, you can still go to the trade screen and try to make a honestly really bad deal. But if there's interest, you can listen to their offers and actually trade down and finally get some value out of it. I would love to be able to do that. Also here, I thought about 3 rounds maybe where offers get better or teams drop out, so it would be risky to continue to the next round, since you might end up with nothing, but you can also get more. Here, the Cowboys actually increased their offer, and I would accept it by clicking on the check mark. Since trading with this new feature would be time consuming and not wanted by everyone, I'd suggest that it can just be turned off in the settings and that it's only active for round 1. Again, it would be active for all your first rounders and for other first round picks where teams would like to trade down. Since first round picks are so valuable, you don't want to reach for a player and rather have the option to trade down and get some value, or other teams with different needs trade up. This would be possible with this idea and would make the draft so much more fun, more competitive, and not that predictable. Just as an idea. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments, and also write about ideas you might have for the new version. I love the game and hope that it will continuously get better and more known around the world. Also check out my video with the ideas for the 2023 version. As said, most of them are still ready to be realized. But nice to see that it's now possible to trade for top 5 picks. Really love it, and I'm excited to see which features will come next. My hopes are up for an in-draft trading system. But let's see. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time. I'll hopefully be back with the expansion team soon. If not next week, then the week after. But stay tuned, subscribe, and enjoy your week. Bye bye.